This is the hill where the spectators all hang out and watch what's going on the other hill. Now, this hill is steep enough, but check that one out. If it looks straight up and down, that's because it just about is. I've walked that one, and it is absolutely killer. Well, the sniper's getting ready to go right now, and he will be the last of the competitors in the first round of competition. So far, no one has made it, but this guy really has a shot at it. He's got a full head of steam, just about one truck length to go, and he's going to make it. Steve Rumer's done it. He's the first guy to the top of the hill. Though it was very late in the day, the drivers were gathered together, and it was explained to them that they could now have an optional second run. If they were unhappy with their first run, they could go back, make another, but they had to keep the points off the second run. No matter how good or bad it was, they could not revert back and take their first run. Now, here's the deal. Once you lose your momentum, like him, you're dead in the water. It's over. If you can make it all the way to the top, then you're judged by the best time. Well, Jake Heilenbach's 87 Samurai will try it again. Now, here's the guy who really had it tough his first time trying to make the top. And look at him go now. He is very, very close. And I'll tell you, for a guy with a four-cylinder under the hood, he's doing a fantastic job with it. He's still digging, and look at him work the wheel left and right, back and forth, and he makes it. Josh is going to take yet another run, a second run in his Jeep Cherokee. Had some hard times the first time, really didn't get up very far, and this is actually a considerable plus over his first run. So the second one will do him just a little bit of good. He gets probably another 30 or 40 yards up the hill, so that will weigh in his favor as a second round run. Well, Kevin Kalin's successful run wraps up the second day's competition, and it also wraps up this particular event for Kevin. His scrambler finished first, followed by the sniper and CJ7. Day 3 at Top Truck Challenge began with the obstacle course, a course designed to test both the flexibility and the maneuverability of the competitors' vehicles. Now, the competitors were told in advance that it would be a timed competition, and every time they knocked over one of the cones, it would add 2 seconds to their overall time. They were also given an opportunity to walk the course first, and were told to watch out for that first corner because it was a killer.
Basically what he did is front end on the axle assembly, pushed back on the drive line, back into the tranny, back into the transfer case, and the adapter from tranny to transfer case couldn't take the brunt.
Spare drive line, it was too long.
Is that the problem?
That's exactly what happened.
Put the spare drive line on there, it was longer than
Twisted
normal.
the other one into a pretzel yesterday, and this one was too long, and it...
Once he put that on there, that's all it took.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Well, that Cummins did not run out of power at all, did it?
Carburetor. Well, Jake, it looked like you had a little bit of problem negotiating that first left-hander. Did he give you trouble?
It's got a little wide, it's a little too fast in 2 turns, so I was trying to keep it fast. Thought I'd be able to turn better than that, but guess not.
And regardless of how many people went over the top, the longer wheel-based vehicles still had trouble negotiating that first turn. In fact, the F100 blew out a power steering box and the front axle.
Better grab him. I'll throw.
Now, see, when you stand up there, you can't tell. There's a lot of stuff that you can't see. But if you take a close look down here from another angle, you'll see a huge 3.5-foot bump. It's just a complete drop-off right here. And this whole crest just kind of crowns off right here. This is what almost completely flipped Josh's Jeep Cherokee over. This is what broke the Roger-built machine, completely tore the drive shaft out of that thing. So this is causing people a lot of problems trying to get to that finish line. How well is that ankle holding up?
I don't know. Fine with the gas. It's just a brake, man. Oh.
They had a
fire again.
You had a hard time getting out of that left-hand turn as well. Was that primarily because the turn is so tight, or because your ankle was killing you, or both?
It was tight, and I was having trouble shifting through it with my ankle.
The short wheelbase and tremendous maneuverability of the Suzuki Samurai was good enough for first place, followed by the Sniper and the CJ7. David Hülberg goes really hard and fast into the mud. Now, they've really done this differently this year, and there's a whole new key to the strategy. What? That's it? That surprised me. That screwed up my call. You know, it's not just mud. They had to work very, very hard to get all that mud into the mud pit this year. And, Joe, they did it completely different. Tell me what the scoop is.
Well, this is part of our resource management project. And what we do is we collect all the sediment that's leaving the park or trying to leave the park, and we have these ponds that catch it all. Well, this particular pond that we picked this mud from is real gooey stuff, and it's kind of like snot that won't let go of other snot. And so when they get on the tires, they're not going anywhere because it's slippery, and it's progressive. It starts off with less than 6 inches, and the further you go, it goes all the way to about 3.5 feet. So.
Now, how many truckloads of this mud did you guys dredge up?
We have a 10-yard dump truck, which we usually haul probably about 12, 13 tons, and we put 8 loads in there. So just enough to make it challenging.
I heard one of the officials say that, man, this is the best mud we have ever had. And I just happened to overhear him say that, so you must have done your job.
Well, you know, we tried to find a medium that works and is competitive, something that eliminates some of the people, but not all the people. And we try and do that with each event. And each event, as they go progressing through it, keeps getting a little more difficult. And that's all part of the challenge. See how many keep making it to the end. So.
Well, it may look like dirty brown water from here, but you know what? This is the cleanest thing these guys have seen in the last 2 or 3 hours. This is your car wash at Top Truck Challenge. I mean, let's face it, there's no hose out here. There's no other place to go. There are very few facilities, and so they take an incredible amount of water and dump it all into this huge concrete pool, and the trucks simply drive through it over and over, and pretty soon you got it halfway clean. That's close enough. They've added water to try to make the tank trap more difficult. Some of the more experienced judges, all these judges have done this before themselves and are past champions. Now, many of them came out and said, guys, this is too easy. We don't want it to be this easy. We want it to be more difficult. So we've spent about a half an hour just delaying everything to get more water down into the holes to make the tank trap even tougher. So wish Roger some luck. He's going to need it.
Looks like Dave broke a drive shaft, broke a front drive shaft.
Left front up.
Drive shaft broken, we'll win again. Woohoo!
This competition is brutal beyond words. Even winner Sam Patton needed a last-minute miracle to finish.
Oh boy, being the winner of the Top Truck Challenge feels great. We're real excited and surprised, but we knew it was close. The competition was great, and we pulled through. We made it.
This year's trophy was built from last year's broken parts, proof that good driving isn't good enough. You'd better know how to fix it as well. The carnage began early on with Roger Bernard at the Hollister Airport.